Poised to make another deep postseason run this year, the Northeastern women's hockey team prides themselves on a gritty, hard-working identity. This mindset is represented through the team's Grit Award, a recognition following each game for the player who best exemplifies a gritty performance on the ice. Prior to this season, the team chose to put a new spin on the award, using the jacket of U.S. Air Force veteran and longtime Matthews Arena employee Jake Nagrati. A passionate supporter of athletics, Jake has formed a special bond with the team over the years.
The Grit Award came about, I think it was the 17-18 season. About midway through the year, myself and the rest of the coaching staff, we talked and didn't like the way we were playing as far as we weren't playing with a lot of grit. We had a lot of skilled players, but we weren't playing, I felt, as hard as we could have. So we came up with this award, and the first year we actually used a t-shirt with the Philadelphia Flyers mascot, and the coaches would decide after a game who gave the grittiest performance. And it's not necessarily somebody that, made an amazing play or anything. It's somebody that maybe won a battle along the boards and got the puck out of the defensive zone at a critical point. They blocked a big shot. Jake had actually approached my associate head coach, asked how we could incorporate his Air Force jacket. So we talked about it as a staff briefly and decided that would be great for the team to be able to have that as their gritty award.
Jake is a super special person. You can tell that by the minute you first start talking to him, and he cares a lot about our team. We know that through the effort he puts on and off the ice for us. And just the fact that he gave us his Air Force jacket is so meaningful and just kind of shows the bond that we have with him, and we really appreciate him.
I think the award builds the team culture by getting everybody on the same page as far as expectations and what we need to do to be successful. And, it just rallies the team. It gives them something to focus on, and it's a big part of our success and our team identity.
The kind of never being satisfied and always needing to be gritty mindset is something that we really hold in high regards on our team, because we know that if we don't work hard, anyone can beat anyone on any night. The team dynamic surrounding the jacket, everyone is so proud and works their hardest to win it. That's a great accomplishment to feel, and everyone, after you win the jacket, people come up to you, give you a hug, everyone celebrates you, and it's a great feeling to win it, and I think that's something that everyone competes with each other to fight for.
Everyone in the locker room wants to win the Gritty Award, and it shows more than just scoring goals for us. It shows the grit and the passion towards our team. We have a really, really talented team this year, and regardless of your job is to score goals, if it's to, be the shot blocker, each role that's given is significant and just as important as, the things that do end up on the scoreboard. So when there's an award like this that's given out to those type of plays, it really brings up a lot of spirits throughout the team.
Having the jacket just shows that someone did stand out today, and being that person, your hard work in that game is rewarded, and it just shows that your teammates acknowledge you, your coaches acknowledge the work that you put in. It's not going unnoticed. Even if you didn't necessarily show up on the score sheet, you made a huge difference in the game. Getting that jacket the first game was a huge honor for me. It made me feel part of the team. It reminded me of my role on the team. I can make a difference by just being tough out there and being hard to play against.
It was definitely an honor winning Jake's award this past weekend against Merrimack. Sitting in the locker room, just hearing Coach Flint go into, he kind of gives a little rundown of how the person earned the award and what kind of went into the thought process behind picking each person each week. And so just hearing him acknowledge the 2 penalties I drew in that game as being really gritty acts that might not get awarded on the score sheet, and having those really show and be appreciated through Jake's jacket was just an unbelievable feeling and a total honor. I find pride in honing in on the gritty aspect of my game, and I like to bring that to the table when I do get a chance.
It's so important to keep that mentality because, it's a long season. When you've been successful, you're getting everybody's best effort. Everybody wants to knock you off, and you can't just show up and expect to win games. You got to compete, you got to battle, you got to have that grit. And if you can't do it consistently, it's tough to win consistently. I've seen in the past the teams that have the most grit, that work the hardest, that compete all 3 zones, they're the teams that are the most successful ones at the end of the season.